Here with soccer head coach Lars Andersson. Coach, let's talk about a 1-0 result, a fourth straight win for the Braves here tonight at Francis Marion.
Well, this one really was a tough one. We scored, fairly early on in the second half, and against a Francis Marion team that was very disciplined, that sat in and stayed very compact, and we couldn't seem to find that quote-unquote insurance goal and get to 2-0. I think at one point we were out shooting them 15-0, but we couldn't find that second goal, and then we panicked a little bit, cleared the ball off the line all of a sudden, and made a meal of it, and really it got really interesting. And I think all of us, myself included, lost our composure a little bit, and that's something that we need to tweak. We need to talk about that in the dressing room. We need to talk about that in the next coaches meeting. But ultimately, we, and I hate to repeat myself, but we got to win in the Peach Belt. It's 3 points, and you move on, and we go to 7-3 and 4-1 in the league, and we'll take it. It certainly wasn't the prettiest win, but it was a win, and we get to come back to Lumbee River EMC after this game and for a couple of home games. So we come away with 3 points, and we get to go home and come to our stadium.
We talked about Alexis Pittman after the first home match way back at the beginning of the year. What have you thought about her progression as a freshman? And obviously now the team's leading goal scorer again with 4, but what's that been like for you guys?
Well, besides being a technically very good goal scorer player, she is also an incredibly hardworking kid. That young lady has no quit in her. Her work rate is unbelievable. Being a fast, athletic, skillful player, she is fouled a lot by all teams, and she just pops right back up. She doesn't lose her temper. She stays with the game plan, and she just finds the back of the net. And she has obviously a knack for scoring goals, and that's something that you can't really coach. Yes, we can work on our shape. We can work on our runs. We can talk about the things that we want to do in the final third. But ultimately, that knack for goal scoring is something you either have or you don't. She certainly has it, along with 100% work rate, and that's a good combination.
Finally, there were plenty of matches over the last week for you guys in this 4-match winning streak. Can you just talk about that entire stretch now heading into a match in a week's time against number 5 Flagler?
Well, I think, we sort of break the season up into segments, and I told the players, okay, now we got a 4-game segment, and our job is to come away with, 4 wins in this segment, and then we get a week off. It's rare, and when I say off from matches, not off from training, although we are going to take a couple of days off, lick our wounds a little bit, do some recovery work in the training room, then get back out on the training grounds and address some of the things that we've seen in the last 4 games. Mostly good, but we now have an opportunity to fine-tune this team, before we go into, Wednesday's match a week from today and play an excellent Flagler team, that we look forward to. Our only loss in the league last year came to Flagler, so obviously we're highly motivated. Ashley Martin is a great coach, and right now that team is just flying high, and you can't ask for a better task, a better challenge. Great players want to play great teams and play in important games, and we're gonna get a little bit of rest, but then we'll get ready for Flagler on Wednesday.
All right, Coach, so we look forward to seeing you back at home, and Brave Nation as well. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.